In this video, we tell you how to build an NLP pipeline. By NLP, we already know it means natural language processing. And an NLP system is often referred to as a pipeline, things coming from one side and ending up at the other. It usually involves several stages of processing where natural language flows in at one end and the processed output flows out at the other. That is what we mean by a pipeline. So how do we build that pipeline? There are basically 9 steps used to build that pipeline. Number 1 is sentence segmentation. Sentence segmentation is the first step for building the NLP pipeline. It breaks the paragraph into separate sentences. Okay. So your paragraph of say 20 words, you actually divide it into separate sentences. Having segregated a sentence, the next part is word tokenization. It is used to break the sentence into separate words or tokens. So we broke the paragraph into sentences. Now we are breaking the sentences into smaller components, words and tokens. Let's see. We have a statement, DigiSkills offers online training, education, certification courses. The word tokenizer, it separates words or tokens. So each word, DigiSkills offers online training, certification, courses, and the full stop as well. So these are the tokenized outputs. So you have now each and every word in front of you. Step 3 is stemming. Stemming is used to normalize each word into its base form or root form. Okay. For example, the word celebrates and the word celebrated and the word celebrating, these 3 basically are all those words that have originated from a single root word, we call it as celebrate. So if we were given 3 words in a sentence or in a paragraph, the stemming part will actually come out with this single word celebrate. One of the biggest challenges with stemming part is that sometimes it produces a root word which may or may not have any particular meaning. For instance, let's take 3 words: intelligence, intelligent, and intelligently. These 3 words. Now the way the stemming works is that it tries to come up with the most common letters used in the 3 words. Okay, from intelligence, intelligent, and intelligently, it will generate the word intelligent, because these are the common letters between these 3 words. It will not come out with the root word intelligent. No, it won't. That's the way it works. It will come up with the word intelligent without the T, right? So if it could somehow bring in the T as well, yes, fine, but it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. So the word intelligent does not have any particular meaning. Okay, right. The next part in that pipeline, step 4, is lemmatization. It is like stemming, lemmatization, okay, used to group different inflected form of words called lemma. What does it mean? This refers to the ups and downs of the language. Okay, sometimes the pitch or the tone goes up, sometimes the pitch comes down, right? Like I am speaking now. So this also, the grouping of the words, and the main difference between stemming and lemmatization is that lemmatization produces the root word which does have meaning and tone as well. Okay, instead of coming up with an incomplete word in the case of stemming, lemmatization doesn't do that. So let's say the words intelligent, intelligently, and intelligence has a root word intelligent, which does have a meaning. So this part okay, the lemmatization will actually produce the correct root word here. Now, having done those 4 steps, we also need to identify the stopping words. And in English, for instance, there are several words that appear very frequently also, like is, and, the, and okay, in addition to, let's say, the full stop, which stops the word, the sentence. So NLP pipeline will flag these words as a stop, as typically as stop words in a way. Okay, stop words might be filtered out before doing any statistical analysis. So you say, here's a good boy. You normally talk to the toddlers. He's a good boy. Okay, so you can separate out those things and those unnecessary things. That's what that part will do. Step 6. Dependency parsing. Dependency parsing is used to find out that how all the words in the sentence are related to each other. How are they depending? How do they depend on each other? And don't get confused by the word parsing. Parsing is straight simple analysis. Look up in the dictionary, you'll understand. So you're trying to link up various words in the sentence. How are they related to each other? Step 7 out of the 9. Parts of speech tag. Parts of speech tag. They include the noun, verb, adverbs, and adjectives. Okay, noun, verb, adverb, and adjectives. These are the parts of speech tags. So Google something on the internet. In the example, Google is now being used as a verb, although it is a proper noun. Remember? Understand this? It has become so common that instead of saying, go look up something on the internet, instead of saying that, you say, Google something. Now, Google itself is not an English word. Okay, it's the name of an organization, but it's been used so frequently, right, that we actually use it as a verb. Step number 8, named entity recognition, NER. This is the process of detecting the named entities, such as person name, movie name, organization name, or location. Steve Jobs introduced iPhone at the Macworld conference in San Francisco, California. So Steve Jobs, that's the name part, introduced iPhone at the Macworld conference. That's the organization. In San Francisco, California, that's location. And finally, chunking part. First, we have segregated things and related them together. Now is chunking. Chunking is used to collect individual pieces of information and group them into bigger chunks or bigger pieces of sentences. Okay, so this brings me to the end of this video, where we have gone through the 9 steps of how to build a natural language processing pipeline, the 9 steps that you go through. I'm pretty sure that these brief introductions, or this particular one, will actually increase your interest in NLP and the composition, how it works. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.